Today I'm bringing you my ultimate party snack recipe, the Crockpot meatballs. The secret ingredient? Well, you already saw it, Dr. Pepper. Now start by adding a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce, and then anywhere between a half and full cup of Dr. Pepper. Don't be stingy, it's going to add a little extra sweetness and depth to your flavors. Next up, I'm going to get some flack for this, but we're going to blast this with about a half a cup of brown sugar. It's a lot, but I love the sweetness. If you want, you can do a little midway satisfying stir or donkers. Now we're kicking it up with some chili sauce, gonna give it a little zing, and we're gonna add the entire bottle. And last but not least, the finishing touch, 1 entire can of cranberry sauce. The cranberries add this awesome tartness that really complements the other flavors. Now I do like to open this up on the bottom versus the top because I heard it adds a little extra flavor because the juices rush to the top, and then when you open it up at the bottom, all the gases expel. Now, once your sauce is all mixed up and smelling amazing, toss in those meatballs. You can use frozen store-bought meatballs for convenience, or if you're feeling fancy, use some homemade ones. And if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to subscribe for more amazing recipes. Now, stir all those balls up, making sure they're fully coated in that delicious sauce. Next, we're going to season these up with this Kinder blend, which is a mix of salt, pepper, and garlic. And go ahead and add a generous amount to your balls. Cover up those balls and set that crock pot to anywhere between 4 and 6 hours, stirring those balls occasionally. When it's game day or you're hosting a party, these are perfect. They're sweet, tangy, a little spicy, and seriously addictive. You can serve these right out of the crock pot to keep them warm and watch them disappear. Everyone's going to be asking for your secret recipe. Thanks again for watching, and make sure to follow us for more easy, budget-friendly recipes. Hey now, and welcome back. Today we're going to be making the famous Bibigo Korean meatballs. That's right, these sweet, savory, delicious meatballs are absolutely guaranteed to leave your families begging for seconds. First up, you're going to grab yourself a red onion and dice that bad boy up in a stealthy, precise way. I'm lying, it doesn't matter if it's precise or stealthy at all. You can chop these things thin, thick, small, big, it doesn't matter because you're going to throw them in a crock pot, and in the end, they're going to get absolutely moist and delicious. And as you can see, I have these roughly diced up. I throw them in a little white container and I put them on the side. And next up, we're going to dice up that garlic. Now, I'm sure everybody has their way, but I just take the back of my knife, kind of smash down on the garlic, both the entire piece and individual cloves. We unwrap those, and then we get to our slicing and dicing. It's kind of the same deal with the red onions. You can give these guys a rough little chop in. It doesn't really matter, big or small. It's all on your personal preference. Throw those right on top of the onions and get those ready for later. Next up, it's a potato time. That's right, we're going to chop up some potatoes into bite-sized chunks. Think Goldilocks size. Not too big, not too small. And do you ever wonder what they call a lazy spud? A couch potato. And now the star of the show, the Bibigo Korean barbecue sauce. We're going to add a little thin layer right to the bottom and then put those potatoes right on top of that Bibigo. And for this recipe, I highly suggest the teriyaki and pineapple chicken meatballs by Adele's. It pairs perfectly with the Bibigo. Now once you pull those balls out of the package, you get something sharp to open them, and personally, I don't like to go with scissors. I like to go with a nice toothbrush. It punctures both the top and the bottom, and I can pour them more evenly that way. Once you add those meatballs, we're going to add one more thin layer of Bibigo right to the top there. Okay, now we're going to add our broccoli, and before we open the bag, we're going to use that toothbrush again. The gases are going to expel a little bit differently when we open with a toothbrush versus something sharp. Then you take them and just lay them right on top. You can chop them up more finely if you want, or you can just leave them as is. We're going to take that garlic and red onions we chopped up earlier and pour it right on top like a nice, thin, crisp layer. Finish it off with some more Bibigo sauce, just like a cherry sundae, but savory and saucy. Once you have it all together, you're going to let that simmer anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. The broccoli, the potatoes, the meatballs, everything's going to be perfectly cooked and tender. Serve it up, watch your family's face light up faster than a TikTok trend. And there you have it. That's the Bibigo Korean meatballs with potatoes, broccoli, and onions. This thing is so good, you're going to feel like a culinary genius, or at least a really cool person. Now, go on, take a bite, and please subscribe, like, share. If you made it this far, hopefully we hear from you again.